Here I am, day 2 Beermageddon, and I'm with Cheyenne from Trivax. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you very much. We just got here, so just gonna get ready and get into gear.
Excellent. And the heavens are opening again. So if you get the extra noise, it's just a little bit of damp rain, nothing to worry about. So, what time are you playing tonight?
We're playing at 4 o'clock, so just over an hour from now I think we're gonna be getting ready to go on.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to it. I played here last year with my other band, Master's Call.
Oh, yes.
And we had a really good time here, you know, so and then I was really happy when we got confirmed to come back here with Trivax, you know, so I think it should be a pretty good experience.
Yeah, this is a good little festival. So many bands want to come back again, and it's a big party atmosphere really, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. We're here to obviously bring a bit spice to that atmosphere, but yeah, sure, at the end of it, it's a heavy metal party.
Yeah. Yes. So after here, where are you playing next?
After this, we are doing a local tour at the end of September, for what's confirmed so far, and we are just going to give a push, give it one final push for our album Sin, which came out 2 years ago. And once that tour is concluded, we are just going to close the doors and focus on our next album.
So whereabouts are you going on this tour?
We've got a southern half and a northern half. The northern half is yet to be announced, but for the southern half we are playing obviously our hometown of Birmingham, Banbury and Bristol, and then we're also doing London later on in the year to finish the tour. But then before that we still have a northern part that we're yet to announce.
Right. All sounds very exciting for you.
Thank you.
And so you said about the album that you did about 2 years ago. So have you got anything else in the pipeline?
Yeah, like I said, you know, we are going to record our next album as soon as like all of this tour and everything is finished for this year. For our plan for 2019 is to just get recording for the next album. The writing is mostly finished at the moment, and it's sounding quite interesting. You'll be hearing 2 of the tracks live tonight, and we're not under any pressure from any labels or anything, you know, so we can, if we have a new song that we feel like we want to play, we can do it,
Yes.
you know. So you'll be hearing some new stuff tonight, that's from the next album.
Right. So a good showcase for you, really.
Yeah, it's really cool, you know, yeah.
And so how long have you been with this band now?
We've got a bit of a long history, you know. First of all, I formed the band in Iran as a solo project because I didn't know any other musicians. And then this was in 2009, so quite a while ago now. And then in 2010, I managed to find some other musicians over in Iran. But obviously there's a lot of restrictions there, as you may have heard. There's a lot of legal restrictions and things like that. So I was lucky enough to be able to move to England in 2011. And then within a few months of that, I managed to reform the band in Birmingham with guys who are from here. And we've pretty much been going since. So just close to 7 years I've been working with the same guys.
That's really good. I mean, in this day's climate, bands, it's very difficult to go up the tree, as you say, from each level to get there. And most people now have to work, don't they, as well as play in a band?
Oh yeah, of course. I think it's silly to rely on a band for a living. I think, you know, unless you've been doing it for like 10-15 years, then you shouldn't make that risk at all. I think, you know, and even then, you know, I still know bands that have been around for over 20 years and they still have to work, you know. And this is not really something that you should be doing for money, you know. I think you should obviously focus on selling merch and things like that. That's very important, but that is to help the band keep going, you know, because it's a very expensive thing to do. But to us, this is like, you know, it's the most important thing, you know. Nothing means to us like being in a band and playing, you know. It's like, and it's a need, it's a must. We have to play as Trivax and we have to play these shows, you know. And everything else in life a lot of times seems very irrelevant, you know, so we just live for these moments, really.
Yeah, and you have to sell the merch and stuff to help to pay for your travel, other things you want to do, recording and all that sort of thing.
That's right, yeah.
So if on about work, if you weren't in a band, what would your ideal job be? What would you really like to do?
I don't know. I would probably become a serial killer. So then I would go to prison, and then like my bed and everything would be paid for.
I like that answer. That's really good.
Yeah. And I'll probably be in solitary confinement, and I'll be away from people, which is a great thing.
Right. Oh, right. Have you seen any of the bands before that are playing over the weekend?
Yeah, later tonight, our friends in Shadow Flag are playing. We actually played a part of their third album's tour with them. I think it's their third album, and yeah, they're cool guys, and I'm familiar with like a lot of the bands. You see their names come up a lot on like local gigs and stuff. But yeah, Shadow Flag, I suppose, is the ones that we're friends with,
Yeah.
and I might be joining them on stage later as well.
Ooh.
But that's a maybe,
That maybe.
Yeah, that's just between us. Yeah.
No, this won't go out till after it's all finished, so your secret is safe.
Yeah, cool.
So, have you played much abroad? I know you said you're doing here. Where else have you sort of played?
Well, really, that's our plan for next year,
Right.
because so far I've had a lot of like traveling document issues and things like
Right.
that. Like not so much problematic, just stuff taking way too long to get sorted. And our bass player, he's from Syria, and he
Right.
recently had some troubles. I'm sure people online who will have seen it are
Yeah.
aware of his case. But basically, I think that towards the end of this year or next year, we can actually start going abroad finally. So we do have some plans potentially for Germany, Poland, and Norway. So hopefully something will come out of that.
That'd be excellent. It'd be really good to to be able to get out there and explore and see how the different fans around the world treat you, because they are all different.
Absolutely, I think so. Yeah, I mean that's what's amazing about metal. It brings all kinds of people together. And it'll be already. For myself personally speaking, it's an honor to be sharing our music with wild-hearted, free-minded, individuals who are like ourselves, and it's we feed off of each other's energies, and it's fantastic. And I'm really looking forward to eventually like going out in the world, obviously other than England and Iran, and see what everyone else is like, and yeah.
So, when your next album's out, are you going to do a music video at all to any of the songs?
Yes, we already have ideas. The opening track, that needs to have a video. It's a really short, straight to the point, in your face track. With a lot of Middle Eastern influences as well. Actually, that one we're definitely going to do a video for it, but I don't know when. Like Trivax is one of those bands. It's like for me to plan. Ahead more than a day is like almost impossible. We just go with what happens on the spot, really.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it'd be quite fun for you to do one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've already done one video for the first album, for the track Wormwood, and we are currently in the process of doing another one for the last track of the album, He Wandered Off to Nowhere. But it's like it's all in pieces at the moment. Like we don't even know if we'll have time to actually release it or not, but hopefully if that does come out, it should be a cool product, and as a way to like sort of close the cycle for the first album as well, and then we can go after the next one.
So if you could play with any famous band members, alive or dead, who would you really like to have been able to go on stage with?
God. Is this Trivax supporting them or me joining them as a musician?
Well, being able to go on stage with them.
Oh, man. There's too many answers that as soon as they come to my head, I say, oh, that's way too ambitious, Obviously, well, okay, I'm just going to be doing blue sky thinking here, but Bathory never did a live show. And, well, like a proper... And I... You'd
love to.
That'd be okay,
Yeah.
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 I'd be happy to just be like 10 miles away from that, standing, knowing that that's happening, you know. But like to actually be, I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, it's too much to me, like for me to think about it, to be honest. But yeah, there's a lot of bands, you know, that I'm really big fans of, you know,
Yeah.
and there's just like a lot of those bands that I like are what they are because of the people in those bands, you know. I would never want to go in and replace any of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm happy with my position in Trivax, if that makes sense. you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely, absolutely. Right, I'm going to play a little game with you.
Okay.
Could you hold that a moment for me?
Sure.
It's a game, I don't know if you've heard of it. The Never Have I Ever game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You've heard of this. I won't make them too bad.
But do I have to drink?
No.
Because we do have to go on stage.
No. There is a little prize at the end, but you don't have to drink. Right.
Okay, yeah,
I shall ask
sounds
you
cool.
3. Never have I ever called in sick to work because I was hungover.
That's kind of, I have done that, but it basically, I went to work, you know, I was too stubborn to call in sick. I went to work and within 5 minutes threw up and then had to come back.
Okay. Never have I ever talked to myself out loud in public.
All the time.
So do I.
Yeah.
What should we try? Oh. Never have I ever sent a dirty text to the wrong person.
No, I don't think I've done that, no.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you can win your prize.
Alright, cool.
Oh. There we go. Do help yourself.
Okay, cool. I'll just take one of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that'll keep you going for a while.
Cool. I think my wife will have it actually, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll share it there.
You'll share.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
thank you.
Right. Well, thank you so much for giving me some of your time, and I know you're on stage shortly, actually, isn't it? It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting
So
ready soon.
yeah.
Well, thank you very much for having
Oh
us.
no,
Really
that's
enjoyed the
fine.
interview.
Yeah. Good.
Cheers.
And hopefully catch you when the new album's out, so we'll have
Cool.
other things to talk about.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers. What I'll do is on your Facebook page, when the interview's up, I'll give you the link to it, and then
Okay.
it's yours to use, share.
We'll definitely share it. Yeah. Awesome. Will it be up on YouTube or?
It'll be like we'll give the link to that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. Pleasure meeting you and
And
speaking
you
to you.
as well.
Cheers.